Ajay. I'm a CEO and Director of AV Global. AV Global के साथ काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स अपना MBBS का सपना पूरा कर रहे हैं अब्रॉड में. AV Global is based in Europe. यूरोप में हमारे 6 ऑफिसेस हैं. टुडे वी आर इन मैनचेस्टर. आज हम आपको बताएंगे कि आप MBBS करते हुए आपका जो अगला स्टेप है MBBS के बाद का, वो कैसे उसको फुलफिल कर सकते हो. यू विल बी स्टार्टिंग योर MBBS जर्नी इन अ बजटेड कंट्री विद अ यूनिवर्सिटी जो कि एक्रेडिटेड है, जो सारे GMC या USMD या जर्मनी के लिए जो आपने PG करना उसके नॉर्म्स को कंप्लीट करती है. तो आपने यूनिवर्सिटी एक प्रॉपर चूज़ करनी है. आपको जैसे पता है कि 2021 में जो गैजेट आया था, उसके बाद आपकी MBBS की डिग्री मिनिमम वो 54 मंथ्स एंड 1 ईयर ऑफ अ रोटेशनल इंटर्नशिप जो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को चाहिए, वैसे ही सिमिलर रिक्वायरमेंट यहाँ पे UK में भी है. सो इफ़ यू वांट टू डू योर MBBS प्लस UK में आपने प्लैब करके अपना पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन यहाँ पे करना है, मेडिकल PG यहाँ पे करनी है आपने, तो आपको PLAB 1 PLAB 2 का एग्ज़ाम देना पड़ता है. AV ग्लोबल के पास पूरा हैंड होल्डिंग सपोर्ट एंड प्लेटफॉर्म अवेलेबल है बाई विच वी विल नॉर्मली स्टार्ट विद द स्टूडेंट्स. हम 4th ईयर से स्टूडेंट्स को प्रिपेयर करना चालू करते हैं PLAB 1 PLAB 2 IELTS इन सारे एग्ज़ाम्स के लिए. सो आपका एक टाइम नहीं वेस्ट होता है. यू विल हैव योर प्रॉपर डिग्री फ्रॉम वन ऑफ द टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज़ इन अब्रॉड. अगर आपका इंडिया में एडमिशन नहीं होता, यू कैन गिव अस अ कॉल इन आफ्टर योर नीट एग्जाम. वंस यू हैव योर नीट रिजल्ट्स इन हैंड, आपका नीट का रिजल्ट आ जाता है. इफ़ यू आर नॉट गेटिंग एन एडमिशन इन इंडिया, यू गेट इन टच विद अस. वी विल शो यू हाउ टू गो अबाउट इट. आपने कौन सी कंट्री चूज़ करनी है, कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी चूज़ करनी है, क्या वो यूनिवर्सिटी नॉर्म्स पूरे करती है इंडिया के भी और अब्रॉड में. अगर आपको कहीं अच्छी जगह पे पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करना है तो उसकी नॉर्म्स क्या वो कंप्लीट करती है. सो ऑल दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको अगर चाहिए, सो यू गेट इन टच विद AV Global एंड वी विल बी एबल टू गाइड यू. वी हैव आवर नंबर्स हियर. फॉलो अस ऑन द Facebook और Instagram और गिव अस अ कॉल. आवर काउंसलर विल बी एबल टू हेल्प यू. गिव मी अ कॉल एंड आई एम ऑलवेज अवेलेबल. थैंक यू. सो स्टूडेंट्स, एक बार आपका PLAB 2 एग्ज़ाम आपने पास कर लिया है, उसके बाद आपको अप्लाई करना है यहाँ पे GMC के थ्रू फॉर योर इलेक्टिव्स. समटाइम इट टेक्स बिटवीन 6 months to 1 year टाइम टू गेट योर इलेक्टिव्स. जो नीश आप चूज करना चाहते हो, स्पेशलाइजेशन आप करना चाहते हो, उसमें आपका एंट्री या एडमिशन होने में 6 महीने से लेकर साल भर लग जाता है. वंस यू गेट योर इलेक्टिव्स, आपको गायनी करना है, ऑर्थो में जाना है, पीडियाट्रिक, वेरियस फील्ड्स आर देयर इन द मेडिकल PG में. सो वंस यू गेट योर इलेक्टिव्स, आपका फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ईयर ट्रेनिंग होता है यहाँ पे. सो ड्यूरिंग दैट ट्रेनिंग ऑल्सो यू गेट अ स्टाइपेंड एंड दैट स्टाइपेंड स्टार्ट्स विद 35,000 to 36,000 pound पर एनम. लगभग 35 से 36,000 पाउंड आपको स्टाइपेंड मिलती है पर एनम, जिसका मतलब है 3 लाख रुपए के आसपास आपको सैलरी मिलती है वाइल डूइंग योर ट्रेनिंग. और वाइल डूइंग योर PG पर मंथ आप 3-1 लाख रुपया कमाते हो, बाई विच यू कैन complete your expenses or you can fulfill your expenses towards your living cost here in UK, especially whichever city you are located in. तो आपका खर्चा निकल आता है as well as पहले 2 साल में आपने MBBS पे जो खर्चा किया, that is also you will be able to recover that. So money is not the only objective you are coming here for. आपने ये सोच के आना है कि आपने एक सक्सेसफुल डॉक्टर बनना है and you should be able to practice in UK as well as your degree is valid all over the world. तो ये एजेंडा लेके आ जाओ. We have been in the UK for last 20 years. We have 15 years of experience, so we can make your dream come true. हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, अभी AV ग्लोबल नंबर 3 हार्डमन स्ट्रीट जो जनरल मेडिकल काउंसिल की बिल्डिंग है, जहाँ पर आपका PLAB 2 का एग्ज़ाम होता है, यहाँ पर है. All the students who are pursuing their PLAB 1 and PLAB 2, आप सारे अभी डॉक्टर हो ऑलरेडी, आपने अपना MBBS कंप्लीट किया है. AV ग्लोबल के जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, दे ऑलरेडी गेट ऑल द इंस्ट्रक्शंस फ्रॉम देयर 4th and 5th ईयर. दे नॉर्मली कम ऑन अ एजुकेशनल टूर टू द UK to the same center and they visit AV Global Center in Manchester also, where we normally practice for PLAB 2 एग्ज़ाम. अब ये PLAB 2 का जो एग्ज़ाम है यहाँ पे नंबर 3 हार्डमन स्ट्रीट इस बिल्डिंग में होता है. देयर आर 2 floors, floor 2 and floor 3. सो यू नीड टू नो विच फ्लोर यू आर गोइंग. इसके अलावा ये जो एग्ज़ाम है ये 16 रूम सिनारियो विच लास्ट ईच सेशन लास्ट अप टू 8 मिनट्स, कंसिस्ट ऑफ मॉक टेस्ट या अक्यूट वार्ड। सो एक प्रैक्टिकल एग्ज़ाम है PLAB 2 प्रोफेशनल लिंग्विस्टिक असेसमेंट बोर्ड का। अब जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स अपना ड्रीम कंप्लीट करना चाहते हैं, पूरा करना चाहते हैं टूवर्ड्स देयर PG इन UK, आपको अपना MBBS कंप्लीट करना है इंडिया में। MBBS कंप्लीट होने के बाद यू रिक्वायर्ड योर रोटेशनल एंट्रेंसशिप। आपकी रोटेशनल एंट्रेंसशिप अगर कंप्लीट है आफ्टर योर PLAB 2 एग्ज़ाम, यू विल बी एबल टू apply for your electives in various hospitals here with the NHS. MBBS plus rotational internship plus PLAB 1 plus PLAB 2 will give you the pathway to get a successful degree of your dream of becoming MD, MS, जो भी आपका electives आप करना चाहते हो आपको मिल जाता है। तो स्टूडेंट्स, अभी हम नंबर 3 हार्डमन स्ट्रीट, जो जनरल मेडिकल काउंसिल की बिल्डिंग है, जहाँ पर आपका PLAB 2 का एग्ज़ाम कंडक्ट होता है, वी आर हियर। यहाँ पर 2 फ्लोर है, सेकेंड एंड थर्ड फ्लोर। सो व्हेन स्टूडेंट्स आर एंटरिंग हियर फॉर देयर एग्जामिनेशन, यू नीड टू नो कि विच फ्लोर यू हैव टू गो एंड गिव योर एग्जामिनेशन। तो PLAB 2 प्रोफेशनल लिंग्विस्टिक असेसमेंट बोर्ड। तो स्टूडेंट्स, अभी AB ग्लोबल नंबर 3 हार्डमन स्ट्रीट, जो जनरल मेडिकल काउंसिल की बिल्डिंग है, जहाँ पर आपका PLAB 2 का एग्ज़ाम होता है, ये एग्ज़ाम सेकेंड एंड थर्ड फ्लोर पे कंडक्ट किया जाता है। PLAB 2 एग्ज़ाम एक क्लिनिकल स्ट्रक्चर्ड एग्ज़ाम है, ऑब्जेक्टिव स्ट्रक्चर्ड क्लिनिकल एग्जामिनेशन विच कंसिस्ट ऑफ 16 सिनारियो, मॉक टेस्ट एंड अक्यूट वार्ड होता है। ईच लास्ट विल अप टू 8 मिनट्स। 16 सिनारियो एंड ईच इज़ लास्टिंग अप टू 8 मिनट्स। तो एग्ज़ाम आपको यहाँ पे देना है। अगर आपने MBBS आपका इंडिया से कंप्लीट किया है या AB ग्लोबल के साथ आप इंडिया या अब्रॉड में स्टडी कर रहे हो, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नीड योर MBBS की कंप्लीट डिग्री प्लस IELTS प्लस PLAB 1 पास सर्टिफिकेट, एंड देन वी विल ब्रिंग यू हियर इन मैनचेस्टर to appear for your PLAB 2 examination. We have our center here where you can practice for 2 to 3 months, and then you will be giving your PLAB 2 exam in this building just behind me. आपको अपना examination ticket लाके you enter on the day of your exam, and then that will lead you to your pathway of pursuing MBBS plus आपका जो PG या MS MD करने का जो ड्रीम है, आपके इलेक्टिव्स आप चूज़ करते हो, दिस इज़ द गेटवे टू दैट। तो आपको अगर इसके बारे में, PLAB के बारे में और इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए, विच एक्चुअली यू नीड अ प्रॉपर गाइडेंस, यू गेट इन टच विथ AB ग्लोबल एंड वी विल हेल्प यू आउट टू अचीव योर ड्रीम्स। तो स्टूडेंट्स, आज हमारे साथ अष्टमी है। शी इज़ फ्रॉम केरला। शी हैज़ completed her MBBS from Maharashtra in Pune, and she has completed her internship also in Pune. So Ashtami, can you tell our students how you started your journey for the PLAB?
Okay, so firstly, like I finished my MBBS in the year 2020. So I did my internship in Pune itself, and then like a few of my friends were preparing for PLAB.
Okay.
So I got information about PLAB in the UK GMC from them. So I did my own research from YouTube videos and all those things.
Okay.
And then after that, like I worked for 1 year, and then I gave my IELTS, OET.
Mm-hmm.
And then the basic requirement for IELTS is that you need individual score 7 and an overall score of 7.5.
7.5. Individual 7 and overall 7.5 in IELTS. And what about OET?
OET you'll have to have minimum of B grade in all the 4.
Okay. So minimum for B grading in OET and IELTS minimum 7.5 in overall, and then you given your PLAB 1 exam in India. तो PLAB 1 exam book करने के लिए कितना time लग गया था after your OET score?
OET score, it took 1 year for me to.
Okay.
Like I got a slot after 1 year.
तो इंडिया में slots are like very limitedly available है. Only 4 cities. I think it's Kolkata, Bangalore, Mumbai and Delhi.
Yes.
ये 4 सेंटर में.
Chennai also. Yeah.
Chennai also is there. Okay. तो 4 जगह पे एग्जामिनेशन सेंटर्स है फॉर द PLAB 1, बट इट टेक्स ऑलमोस्ट अ ईयर टाइम टू बुक एंड गेट अ स्लॉट इन इंडिया. एंड वंस यू गॉट योर स्लॉट यू गिव योर PLAB 1. सो PLAB 1, हाउ वाज द PLAB 1 exam?
PLAB 1 is actually quite easy. Like you don't have to study, like you don't have to go too much deep. Yeah, you can go for PLABable. So that's like that's like a set of 2,000 questions or something. So you can keep working, you can keep practicing the questions. I think that's more than enough for PLAB 1.
Okay, so PLAB 1 आप दे दो. PLAB 1 इंडिया में एक बार क्लियर हो गया, then you have to book your PLAB 2 exam in the UK.
Yes.
And then come over. You will get a tourist visa for the 6 months period of time. So within that duration, you have to come to UK and appear for your PLAB 2 exam. You have a maximum 4 attempts within a 2 years time.
2 years time.
Within 2 years, you have to complete your PLAB 2. From the PLAB 1 to PLAB 2, you have a 2 years, maximum 4 attempts to complete the examination and get your license here to practice as a junior doctor.
Also, the IELTS and OET is also for 2 years.
2 years, yeah. So you have to like synchronize everything together and then get it done. And what about like once you complete your PLAB 2 exam here, you have to wait for up to 6 months to get your
almost
electives
like
or
5
like
to 6 months in order to get into the job as
get into the job or like do your foundation year.
foundation year
2.
2 years. Yeah.
So students, you have to, if you want to do your foundation year 2 or you want to do your you want to start your job, you have to clear your PLAB 2 exam and you have to wait minimum 5 to 6 months before you get into it. And what about like what do you think as an Indian doctors are doing here? Many of your friends are studying, completed their PLAB 2 and working. Either they are working or the most of them are went into foundation year 2.
Working.
Most of them have started working here. Okay.
Because we just have to work for a few months.
Okay.
And then once we are the same as the other people in the foundation year 2. Once they think that we are good
Equal.
enough, good enough
Equal
or
with the par with the UK
yes,
doctors.
Exactly. So then we can apply for residency.
Okay, so then you apply for the residency and then you choose your electives
Yes.
after that. Okay. And what electives you thinking of choosing?
So I'm looking for emergency medicine or anesthesia.
Anesthesia.
So I'm also good with dermat and radio.
Okay. So guys, Ashtami is here. She's gonna appear for a PLAB 2 exam in month of May 17th.
Yeah, May 17th.
May 17th को इनका exam है. So we wish you very all the best, Ashtami. And thank you so much for lovely information sharing with our students. Thank you.
Difference between the education system. So in the UK, it's more problem-based learning, or in some medical schools, especially Glasgow Medical School, was predominantly problem-based learning. Whereas in India, it's the old system, which is, I think, it was set up by British. I don't know if there are changes in the system in India now.
Okay.
But here, I think there is more and more emphasis on the old system of teaching and learning and reproducing exams, and also problem-based learning. So what happens is that the graduate in India and the graduate here are different.
Okay.
Maybe equally intelligent, but it's just the system of education is different. Secondly, the internship, I don't know how stringent the staff is in the hospital when they want to when they're supervising the interns. Here, the intern has tremendous responsibilities. So a lot of ward work is actually on them. They actually carry on. Whereas I remember, even as an intern myself, we hardly did a lot of jobs were actually given to registrars, etc. Interns were just dog bodies, trying to do some work here and there.
In India.
So this is much more. So it gives you a learning experience, a training, much which is much better even
Much practical training here in the UK.
in the UK.
Okay.
And their knowledge also increases. So it's the working knowledge. So what we have found, that doctors who come from India, they lack in this application. They probably know lots of things. They can reproduce books.
Okay.
So causes of this is this, causes of TB is this. And if you fall on outstretched hand, then these are the fractures. But they don't know how to assess the fractures and how to treat them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference. So I think so. This is where the main difference is. Now, if doctors want to come to the UK, they will have a better training, obviously, because it's applicable to their everyday working.
Okay, understood.
What I find, that even doctors who have done MS orthopedics or surgery, they don't necessarily know how to do operations.
All right. Okay. So they can do a consulting
They
or
can do
consultation.
consulting.
Okay.
That also I'm not sure. They have knowledge,
Uh-huh.
but they don't necessarily have the ability to actually put it in working practice. They need a lot of experience after that. And a lot of doctors do go to other centers and gain experience, which is quite good. So this is the difference between UK and so. For example, after internship in India, somebody does MS, they get MS degree in 3 years, 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then theoretically they are surgeons, but practically
They are not.
they are not. Only way you can actually become competent and confident and do justice to patients is only with experience.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have experience, you can do it. If you don't, then you can't. So that is the main difference. So you understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So the training scheme, the training system, and all are different. Here, to become a consultant, they take about anywhere between 6 to 8 years after foundation year. In
Okay.
India, you take 3 years to do MD and MS. So theoretically, you are a surgeon, you can become consultant.
Okay. So compared to India, here you do your if the MBBS doctor comes to UK and does his first year training and second year training, after that he or she will need another at least 5 to 6 years or up to 8 years to become a consultant.
Minimum. They will need, I think they will have to, number one, they will have to enter the training scheme,
Mm-hmm.
and they will have to perhaps, I think when they come, they will have to take jobs, maybe as first grade doctors. And also after they've done first grade doctor, they may have to enter training scheme, or they do their own training. They have to pass the exams
Mm-hmm.
and then go on to keep training and going to different consultants or different hospitals and different specialties, depending on which is their field. So suppose they're doing general surgery, or they're doing orthopedics, or they're doing medicine or cardiology, then they have to go through that. So they have to get different jobs, or they enter the training scheme where they move through each part of the training scheme, and everywhere they're supervised and they're taught at every stage.
And so how does this say PLAB 1, PLAB 2 students, MBBS students give the PLAB 1, PLAB 2 come here, do their foundation year 1 and 2, and then make their journey either towards the GP or towards the become a consultant or surgeon? So what about the MRCP, like emergency medicine?
So I think you may be able to sit the exam, at least the part 1 in India.
Part 1 in India, okay.
Possibly. Some specialties allow you, like MRCOG allows you, MRCS you can sit, MRCS for surgery, part 1 and part 2 you can sit in India or in various other countries. So those are the exams you can do, but it just gives you a ticket to enter the training scheme.
just tickets to enter the training scheme. Like same again foundation year 1 and 2.
No, if you've done MRCA, then you don't need to do the foundation.
Foundation, yes, okay. So you can just make your journey another minimum 8 years to become a specialist. Okay, that's very good. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Chitnis, for your time, and we really value your opinion and suggestions you have given to us and to our Indian students. Thank you. Okay.